Guys, we got a banger for news for you tonight. Several good pieces of news. Let's start with the XRPL and why it might actually fork. And yes, you guessed it, it's because of smart contracts. Now, some of you are guessing, why isn't Flare in the conversation? Well, Flare isn't really XRP smart contracts. Flare is just a bridge to Flare. They're third-party smart contracts, and it's basically just a bridge to the FLR blockchain. They want native XRP contracts. So in comes Wheatswind and Hooks. Crypto Eerie, I think she's one of the best XRP influencers. She has actually said, I imagine in the not too far distant future, we're not going to say built on XRPL. We're going to be distinguishing whether we are building on the main chain or Hooks. And they are quite different. And some people are saying, why would you call it the main chain and not the XRPL? Why can't it remain XRPL and Hooks? And she says, because Hooks is a code fork of XRPL, you can't confuse the two. I understand that it's a fork. I guess I just don't understand why it's less confusing to say main chain and Hooks versus XRPL and Hooks. What would you say if someone asked that main chain? And what if Hooks became the dominant chain? Would you still call it the XRPL main chain? They're saying that like Hooks becomes bigger than XRPL itself. And some people are saying, right, but it's not, it's a side chain, not Hooks. It is Hooks until given a name by Wheatswind and his team. It's not a stepchild chain. So I got it, I'll call it Hooks. So I'm a little bit confused by this. Is it a side chain or is it going to be a fork and a complete new chain? And will it actually use the XRP or will it use another XRP, say like XRP2? I mean, XRP2 was a scam, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if Wheatswind made like XRP3, it wouldn't actually be a scam. It would just be the coin of the fork. And you know, some people are right saying like, nah, they'll keep saying it's built on XRPL to convince people. They don't want people to know that smart contracts can't work on the XRPL main chain. So the side chain that Wheatswind is building might actually take over the main chain. I think it's doubtful, but it could work out that way if DeFi is actually built on the side chain instead of the main chain, which it looks like it probably will actually be built on, because if you can't support smart contracts, you're not going to be all that popular in the next bull run. Like I said, I'm not really sure if the sidechain will use XRP. It might not. I think people would consider it a betrayal by Wheatswind if it didn't. But realistically, I don't blame him because XRP had every chance to go after Codius, but they didn't think smart contracts and that stuff was important, so they abandoned it. And I don't know how much support Wheatswind has actually got for Hooks. That could be the only savior for XRP in terms of smart contracts and in terms of DeFi. Like I said, Flare doesn't really count. It's third party. It's not native smart contracts, the XRPL, and it's essentially just a bridge to Flare. So I'm not really sure like if this is good for XRP or not. I'm not really sure how the sidechain main chain thing works. Would they use two different currencies? Would they use the same different currency? Would they have a bridge? Not exactly sure how all that works. Exciting times for XRPL, but some people might actually see it as any kind of fork for XRPL would actually be bad because they want everything to be built on XRPL, but that may actually not be possible. And the other guy, one of the guys is saying, I'm not seeing it. Contracts are important, but I don't know anything about these hooks. Don't even like the name. Tell me one thing I need these hooks for that I can't do quicker or faster in an alternative way. Well, you can't really do DeFi on XRPL without them. So this is a little bit confusing right now. I'll actually have more information on this as it actually comes along, but I'm actually wanting to see how this hook stuff actually turns out for XRP and if this is a fork or a sidechain, and if they're actually using XRP or not. Because a lot of times hooks and sidechains don't actually use the currency from the main chain. So, you know, you think of all the sidechains from all the other projects, very few of them actually use the main chain's token. If they have another chain's token, it might not be good for XRPL. But then again, they might do kind of like an airdrop where they will give you X amount of the new XRP for every amount of the old XRP that you hold. But if it comes to that, I'm not really sure what the community will actually think. So Binance might actually be running its own little stablecoin cartel. How do I know? Because Binance reportedly, as was outed by Coinbase CEO, they sold off all their USDC. And they actually went like USDC, USDT, and to acquire more USD. And they did this to actually prop up their own stablecoins, FDUSD and TUSD, which has gained a lot of prominence in the recent couple of months. So basically, what happened is that Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong actually dropped this bomb. He revealed that Binance, the world's leading crypto exchange, this is some Bitcoinist, has liquidated its entire holdings of stablecoin USDC. So if you USDC, this unexpected disclosure comes as a surprise, prompting a flurry of speculation. And this is bad for USDC, because I don't really know if they can actually handle all of this at once all that well. So USDC market cap is up after Binance pulled out because Binance held a lot of supply. They just released the supply. The unexpected answer seemed to imply that crypto exchange Binance was a holder of Circle and that USDC is safer now that Binance no longer holds a stablecoin. I'm not really sure if that's true or not. This is raising eyebrows. The stablecoin market cap has been shrinking rapidly in the recent months, plummeting from $44.5 billion to $26.026 billion at press time. And of course, the FDIC had to actually step in to prevent a bank run on Circle's main banks. This actually might be one of the reasons the DOJ or the SEC is actually suing Binance, because it's messing with USDC. And USDC would actually be the stablecoin chosen one of choice by the feds. So maybe that's one reason they're going after Binance. And of course, kicking Binance out and BUSD out of the United States might have prompted CZ to actually do this. Not really so much to take revenge, but to actually get another stablecoin to actually replace it. Now, it gets even juicier than that, because CZ and Justin Sun have seemed kind of a buddy-buddy relationship. And basically, as Bitcoinist reported, there are rumors that Tron founder Justin Sun is behind the Hong Kong-based First Digital Group, which is issuing the stablecoin. So, Tron founder Justin Sun might actually be issuing these stablecoins for CZ, and the two stablecoins are TUSD and FDUSD. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of connections Justin Sun actually have as with banks, but we know that CZ and Justin Sun have ties. In fact, I think they're fusing together like Fusion Ha, and they have created CSUN, which with a crypto power level so high that not even Gary Gensler can withstand them. So yes, Justin Sun and CZ have teamed up to make new stablecoins, and they're all issued in Hong Kong. This comes at an interesting time as well, because we know that Hong Kong is quickly opening up to cryptocurrencies. So this should actually play well into the whole plan of things. And of course, them having close ties means they can work out all the business relationships. And Binance's stablecoins have actually achieved 20% market dominance in a couple of months, which is really, really impressive for a stablecoin project. So they're actually saying, isn't it interesting that USDT is being pressured down and USDC, the main competitor that you would expect gaining from this situation, is redeemed heavily nevertheless, while suddenly a competitor born 2 days ago is getting it all. So basically, within 2 days, they've siphoned a lot of money from one to the other, and they've transferred it to their own stablecoin. So they are running a cartel of stablecoins to maybe lock up the liquidity in the crypto industry. And I think that's why I actually think Binance will not actually die, because they found a haven in the Middle East for sure, and probably in Japan too. I'm not really sure how much the DOJ is going to go after them, but this could actually be one of the main reasons that the DOJ actually wants to go after them, because they're kind of screwing up USDC, and that is the chosen stable coin of choice for the United States government. The other thing I want to talk about is Shiba Inu. Now, it was reported to me that for the last month, it's been made clear by Satoshi that Shiba Inu can't actually develop Shiba Inu itself and has lost its keys, and they're telling people to switch to Bone. But despite them insisting on this, people will not listen and won't believe it. You should actually believe it. Actually, let me rephrase that. You might want to believe it, because if they're not going to develop Shiba Inu anymore, then it's going to slowly go down. If they're going to put everything into Bone, you want to be into Bone. But here's the thing. They claim that they actually lost the keys. Now, Satoshi is supposedly not Raitoshi or the original dev, and they say the original dev left with all the keys. Now, Shiba Inu was at tens of billions of dollars of market cap. It's at $5 billion market cap right now. The thing is, like, if there was $5 billion on the line and I couldn't find the keys, or if the original dev left with the keys, I would literally hire a bounty hunter to hunt him down and bring him to me so he can tell me what the hell the keys are. There is billions of dollars at stake here, my friends. So I don't really know if I believe this guy. He seems to be insinuating the community to sell their Shiba Inu and buy Bone, which is their new thing. But I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I believe that Shytoshi isn't Rytoshi and isn't the original dev. Now, why he would actually be saying this if he was the original dev and he holds a lot of Shiba Inu? Why we would be saying this, I don't know, because his words would only bring Shiba Inu down. And if you're wondering why Shiba Inu is like bleeding harder and bleeding against Doge, that's probably kind of like the reason right now. Because like they did kind of insinuate heavily that they can't actually develop Shiba Inu anymore and they want everyone to actually switch to Bone. But Shytoshi, Rytoshi, remember, all these developers are anonymous, so you don't really know if one's just the other with a different name. I mean, I guess the developer could have just like, thrown the keys on some toilet paper, wiped his ass with it, and thrown it down the toilet. I don't know. But, Shiba Inu being a multi-billion-dollar project at this point, I would expect, even if it is a meme coin, that the original developer would just keep them around and they wouldn't just disappear. And like I said, like if I was Shytoshi and I know Rytoshi or whoever had the keys, I would literally circle the world to try to hunt him down and make him give me the keys, because this is a big project. And if I have a lot in this big project, if I have a stash, I definitely would want my stash to be worth something. And if I don't have the keys, I can't develop this platform anymore, then the price is slowly going to go down. He might just be trying to FUD the coin so he can buy up all the coins at a lower price. And then say like, hey, I found the keys again. Guess what? We're really developing Shibarium and all this stuff for Shiba Inu. By the way, I think Shibarium does actually use Bone for gas. It doesn't actually use Shiba Inu for gas. So he could actually be trying to pull something like that. But I think it's a risky endeavor and it doesn't really make sense the way he's actually doing things, if that was true. So I think at least you should actually listen partially to this guy. Now, Shiba Inu has never really had a high price based on the development in the future. It's always been on meme and hype. So I'm not really sure how much overall the Shiba Inu stuff actually matters to the price. But I would actually listen to Shytoshi or Rytoshi or whoever is saying this stuff and maybe buy some Bone with part of my Shiba Inu, because if they really lost the keys, then that will be a serious problem in the future for Shiba Inu holders. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.